All right, so greetings, and it is Sanahara Amachandra, and I'm going to offer a little time to let folks come on in, come back in. We started and then I restarted, so it's a few minutes before 10:10. And in the meantime, while we let people make their way in, I'm going to take a little drink. Yeah. And have something to drink. And I'm going to take a couple deep breaths, get my things together here. I am really grateful to be back on here for the second time. So much has happened between this morning and now. A lot has happened for me on today. And so I'm going to begin by taking some deep breaths in. So I invite you to do some breathing in with me before we begin the toning and sounding the 1010 portal. So we'll breathe in, breathing in, and breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out as we cross over into the 1010 portal at 1010. As we breathe out, we acknowledge the space and time, acknowledging this moment as we evoke and open the 1010 at 1010 portal. And as we open this space will be held for us during the entire time that we move through the energies that are being asked and needed to flow through me, this channel, at this time. As we hold this sacred space, we invite those light beings, those beings who are called into this space, even those beings who operate in the dark, who are called into this space, to come into this moment in time, this space that is being held. As we anchor in the energies of the east and the west and the north and the south, as we anchor down into the earth, and we anchor up into the source of our birth, the portal is open and we go into the sacred and safe held space of our heart. The sacred and safe held space of our heart. And I breathe out, connecting with you, dear brothers and sisters, family of light and dark, those who know how to move through. I am grateful for this moment to share with you. So, greetings, greetings, greetings. I am so excited. There's been so much that has transpired today. I don't know what your day has been like, but it has been so much, so many messages, so many affirmations, so many breakthroughs. So much is coming through on this day. I have to write, I have to record it. Like, I haven't even written it down because it's just been moving, and it's fast. So I'm not sure how the energy has been moving for you today, but remember, we spoke this morning about the energy of the 10. The energy of the 10 brings in the energy of the 1 and the 0. The 1 being the energy of sovereignty and leadership. Ones operate in a spirit of initiation. It is the 1, when we start on the 1, it's the energy of moving forward in an initiation space. The 0 bringing in special gifts, special messages, things that you need that will be unique into your path. Everyone will have the messages that are true for them, but the special gifts that come with the 0. And then we bring it into the 10. The 10, and it's an exponential number. The 10 is an exponential number that talks about expansion. It talks about wholeness. It talks about self-determination and self-sufficiency. Many of us have been operating under the illusion that we still need the permission of someone, or because of our antagonistic relationships with certain people, we've continued to believe that if only they would get out of my way. when we are actually being called to center into our heart so that we can align with the way that is designed for us outside of the traps and trappings of this reality, the one that we are leaving out of. The world that we have been living in, many of us recognize it as something that we no longer agree to. We don't agree with it. We don't agree with it. But there are still those of my brothers and sisters out there who are not quite clear that we have the calling to bring in something new. And we have the authority. We have the authority to bring in something that works with us. I speak about the energy of the infinite. Infinite. If you don't know what infinite, let's just remind each other what infinite means. It's beyond measure. When something is infinite, it is beyond measure. And so it tramples any limiting beliefs that you may still be holding in your spirit. Many of us get into these battles with the fact that things are shifting for us. We get into these battles with the fact that I don't like how it is and I wish it were different. And because we wish it was different, we believe that we therefore have been thwarted and we can't go forward and see and it's because of this and you see when really all that there is to see is maybe that's not the way. When we are aligned, it is much easier to move in a frequency of following divine signs and divine guidance. We will all be being given divine signs and divine guidance. Sometimes it will be the conversations that mirror what someone else says. We call them we use the word synchronicities. Some will call them omens. I like to call them golden signs because, I like that language. But I call them golden signs. Whatever they are, you will find that those are the things that are helping you to know when you are aligned. When you are syncing up with the path that is yours to take. See, there's a destination that we're calling for to restore our earth, right? Everyone has their own personal mission, their own personal dreams, their own personal why, their personal legend. Shout out to The Alchemist. Their own personal legend. But we are also being called to a collective legend. A collective why. A collective vision. And when we lean into it as a possibility, it removes us out of the pain body into the possibility body. And that's where the infinite reigns. When we move out of the pain body into the possibilities of what we can have, what is right there for us, if we just shift a little bit, and then shift a little bit more, and then shift a little bit more, and before we know it, we're spiraling higher in a dance that is universal. It's the helix spiral. So we're going to play this music to evoke a stronger resonance with this energy, with the prayer, with the hope, with the desire that this message is falling on your ears and bringing you something that you needed to know. Something that you may not have even known you needed to know. What I want you to know is we were born for this day, for this moment, this life, doing this work. For some of us, it feels really good and really aligned, and all I'm doing is affirming you. For someone else, I'm like a cup of ice cold water. Like, what is she talking about? I don't agree. This doesn't make sense. What is she talking about? In fact, you're turning the channel, but still hesitating. And the reason that hesitation is there, because there's a hesitation in do I turn too quickly away from something that I might be needing? All I can say is we're being asked and tasked. What does it mean when you receive a task? Tasked with doing this work of getting out of our own way and yielding to the highest will for the collective legend. The collective legend of all of we. And I know love is on the agenda. Love is on the offering plate, everyone. Love is in the offering plate. It's in the offering plate for me. I do this because I love y'all. I do this because I love me. I do this because I love my children. I do this because I love our world. I want us to win. Because I want us to win, I serve. And I come and bring these messages that feel probably different from what anyone else out there is doing the way that I do, because I'm me. And there's going to be resonance. There's going to be synchronicities. It will feel like other people, but it's definitely me. And I'm saying this because of love. I'm saying this because of possibilities. I'm saying this because I have a vision for a world that works for everyone. I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it, I'm witnessing it. I am hearing your dreams calling out your desire for, I want this, but. I'm here to obliterate the buts, because when we move into infinity, there is nothing that can yield to that. Infinite. There are infinite ways that we can fail. Infinite ways we can fail. But if we move, because we're moving in the infinite, there's an infinite number of ways that we can succeed. There's an infinite number of ways that we can arrive at our destination. There's an infinite number of ways in which light and love can manifest through each and every one of us in different now moments to bring to this world something that none of us have ever seen before. Something we've never seen before. A world that works for everybody. Possibilities. Yes. Moving out of the pain, we can move into the possibilities. Infinite possibilities. And because of this, then we get the opportunity to dance, right? We can dance our way through. Sometimes we'll dance like this. 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 But as we move through that, there'll be times when we will speak our way through. Sometimes we'll shout our way through. Sometimes we'll state our way through. Sometimes we'll laugh our way through. Sometimes we'll cry. We will cry our way through. Sometimes we will whisper our way through. But just like the plants who were once seeds buried in dirt reach down into the earth, which is the dark, the muck, the compost, the experiences that we have had on this earth. See, we have to reach down into these experiences that we've had. We got to go look at it. And out of those experiences, we're going to get all of this. We're going to pull these nutrients in, these building blocks. Nutrients, we're going to pull them in. And as we're pulling them in, something is calling us from the top of our head, and we begin a spiral going up and up and up until we break through. Have you ever seen a sprout break through the soil? It's beautiful. Have you ever seen a sprout emerge out of its shell, and you see the green of the leaf is so fresh and so new. It's crowning and it's coming out of the dirt, out of the dark, and it's reaching its face up into the light. That is what we are doing. We are coming out of the dark and reaching up into the light, and that light is possibilities. That light is possibilities. Now, as we journey up, we're also being called and tasked, T-A-S-K-E-D, tasked, with learning how to be in right relationship. Because, see, this work is heart work. And the heart is all about relationships. Not just what you can do by yourself, because we're not on this world by ourselves. We're in this world in relationship with everything, including the planet. Everything. We're in relationship with it all. And I can count it, but I'm going to make sure you don't leave out the rocks. We're in relationship with the rocks. We're in relationship with the water. We're in relationship with the crystals and the iron elements. We're in relationship with the creepy, crawly bugs and the flappy insects. And we're in relationship with the four-legged and the scaled. We're in relationship with the feathered. We're in relationship with those that sprout out green leaves. They give us oxygen. And they allow us to eat of their fruit. Our responsibility is to replant their seeds and to honor their messages and their medicine. That's right relationship. When we can move out of our ignorance. See, there are some who understood these truths and there are some who refuse these truths. But they are self-evident. Understand what I'm saying. The truths of right relationship are self-evident. Because we can recognize that because we're in wrong relationship with many people, places, and things. And I did a video earlier today on the trap of belief systems. It's the belief systems that we continue to agree to and agree with. That we're afraid because what if something goes wrong? I don't want to choose the wrong thing. What if God comes down and smites me? Do you understand how big this world is? Not just our world, our solar system, not just our solar system, our galaxy, not just our galaxy, our part of the universe. Oh my God. Infinite. It is beyond the measure of our human mind. So I would think that getting into right relationship with your children, your brothers and sisters, and here's the thing, here's the power. There's 3 different energies attached to the word attach. There's attachment, which is I am connected to you. Then there is detachment. I disconnect from you. Then there is, and the disconnect of detachment is, this doesn't even matter. This is not a line. I don't need to stay connected to this. I don't have to have any feeling about this. You can just exist over there and I'll exist over here and poof, we're go free. I fly free and we spiral out our own existence, right? And then there's the energy of non-attachment. And this is important, especially for people who we love. The energy of non-attachment will teach us. The energy of non-attachment will teach us that I will love you. I will love you. And I will know when it's important enough to let you go live it out, even as I love you. I will love you. And I will give the space necessary for us to find our way back into relationship and harmony. In jazz, I'm a jazz artist. In jazz, there is this thing that happens when every musician in the family, the quartet or the trio or the quintet, the members of the family in that jazz group, they have to take a solo. And it's their time to play all their notes, their discordant notes and their beautiful notes and their notes and their notes and their and all of their toots and all these tones that they play. And while they're playing out their part, do you know what the rest of the band is doing? They're holding a count. And they're holding a count. And they're holding this count and playing these very bottom notes, basics, while this other sound, this other part of the band is playing all over and doing all this, and they're steady. And they're playing this jazz, and the other instrument, they're doing all these sounds on top. And as they're doing all of these sounds on top, at a certain point, they will come back together in da 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 da. They'll come all back together on the harmony, on the one, on the rhythm. That's jazz. That's family. That's the possibility in humanity. Can we come out of this cacophony of different people playing different sounds, different ways, and find our way back into the song of the collective legend? It's jazz. We might all be wanting, someone over here wants to play it a different way, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's jazz. So, as I get ready to play the bowls and sound the channel, I again invite you to journey from your heart, knowing the places where it will matter. And if you're not sure the places where it matters, I will tell you, I witness humans regularly mourning the loss of loved ones, dealing with the pains of certain kinds of experiences of isolation. I witness us in our despondency and despair because of the destruction of our habitats that have caused us to be out of balance with our relationship with nature. And these are all places where I am supremely clear that we are going to have to restore a relationship. They're primary. We have a primary relationship with our blood, bones, and tissue. And because we have a primary relationship with these bodies, we have a primary relationship with family. And that's probably some triggering ass shit I just said for some of y'all. Because we have a primary relationship with these bodies, it's blood, bone, and tissues. We have a primary relationship with family. And I want to tell you, it's not our fault, but it is our responsibility to figure out how we're going to restore. Be easy. You'll get there. I'm not expecting everything to go back to peachy keen in a minute. But we get there in moments, choices, observing, reconciling, having a desire to do better, being able to forgive, learning how to communicate properly, learning how to use our words well, recognizing that, yeah, you might be an asshole. You right there. You might be the asshole in the family. and you thought it was fine, but you're recognizing that it really bothers y'all, and everyone looks at you and is like, yes. So you really need me to change? Yes. But I like this. It's like, well, sometimes it's fine, but you don't know when you go too far. Are you ready to eat that? Are you ready to eat that? Some people aren't. Not my business. If you are, there will be great reward for you. There will be something that you didn't even know you needed, which is for the love that you really want to flow again. So if you're the asshole, it's time to realize that I've been the asshole. If you're the one who are walking around carrying the role of victim, it's time for you to throw it off. If you're the one who's still blaming everyone and you're 45, they stopped being responsible for you a long, long time ago. We have to get into right relationship with our heart, brothers and sisters. Telling the real truths. So, I think I've stepped on some toes. I think I've come through and said all that needs to be said. I think the only thing that's really left for me to do right now is sing. Is sing. But I want you to know, I love you so much. I do. I love we. I love you so much. And I know it's waiting on the other side of doing this kind of real. This is what we mean when we say the work, right? This is the work. Because then we move out of, we no longer will make the agreements to do things that cause each other to suffer because we're still mad. Because we're no longer mad at our mom, so we treat everybody else like our mom. We're no longer mad at the teacher, so we're no longer mad at the kids who didn't do because I did, and they didn't do, so we're no longer punishing people because we've not moved past this stuff. As we each individually do the things necessary to move through our stuff and let it go. We're like, man, I really been being a jerk, huh? And the world, collective world, can say, yes, we love you still. But yes, you've been being a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk no more. And everybody then starts, you don't want to be a jerk no more. They don't want to be a jerk anymore. Or, I've really been being a victim. I haven't picked up my power, huh? Yes, please pick up your power. The world needs you to pick up your power. Here's what I know. I believe the world has been waiting on me to pick up my power. I absolutely believe that the world has been waiting on me to pick up my power. And so I've picked up my power. And I'm wearing it. I've gotten the word consistency. I have been told that I must become consistent. I have to do it every day. I have to sing every day. As I hold the portal, then I have to hold the portal. The portal is held. Will I hold the portal? That has become the message. Pick up my power. You know what you haven't been being consistent on. You know places where you can do better. Yeah, you know, just like I know. You know, I've been told that within my breath, within my heart, from the sound of my voice, there is the possibility of conjuring something that we've never seen before. So yes, I'm picking up my power. If you've been the person who has been the perfectionist and needed everyone to hold it a certain way because when they're not being perfect, it bothers you. You need to loosen up. You need to loosen up. That's too much attachment. If you've been holding it so tight because they're not doing it right and you just can't stand. Infinite possibilities. Maybe they're not your cup of tea, but you might need to release your connection to them and maybe say, you know what, do that. I'm going to go over here. You do what you do. I'm going to go over here. And if you can't get away, then you need to find agreements. And this is when we open up this thing, our throat, and use our words. Now, on words and using words, it's important that I speak to you about poison. Many of us put emotion in our tone and we don't realize that we're putting poison in our tone. And I say this as a sound healer, as someone who works in the alchemy of voice. Because I work with and through the alchemy of voice, I remember when I became aware of what it would sound like when someone would say, yeah, I love you. Well, if you didn't, well, sure. That stuff is poison. And it may be unintentional or intentional. But you have to become aware of it and own that shit too. We have to own our tone. Own your tone, honeys. I'm owning mine. And I'm making relationships right. I'm making peace right. I feel like people, when they connect with me, they recognize the potency that I am even safe with my tone. Many times we're not even aware that our tone is what's making it so our truth can't get through. When you can say, honey, I need to say something to you. And you can say, friend, I need to say something to you. Is this a good time? And they may say, no, it's not. Then you say, can you tell me when a good time may come because it's important to me? Tone. I really need to talk to you because, where's your power? I need to talk to you because I'm this thing and I can hear you. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes if you are someone who understands this, you have to be able to look beyond the person where they are to their heart. They're trying to get it out. And so you might have to help them with your hearing. Sometimes you have to help people with how you hear. Sometimes you have to help people with how you speak. That's relational wealth. When you can determine, I need to say this in a better way. Or I need to hear you better because I'm still triggered by what's happening in my ears. So let me clean up my ears because I ain't got and hear them better. Then we can really start making magic happen. As we listen to each other better and speak better, we get better. We get better and we get better. Get better, get better, get better. We get better, get better, get better. We get better, get better, get better. We make it good. We make it real good. Why not? The message has come that we're going to do this ascension work in the body. We're not going to be given the break of dying and then reviewing and then having the option to come back and do it better and start all over again. No, we're going to do it now. We're going to do it now. We're going to rise up. We're going to rise up. And every day, count the moments. count them. Hey, I got 5 moments in today. Yesterday I only got one. Yesterday I got like 2 good moments in where I was real intentional and real focused. Today I got like 10 moments in, yo. I got like 10 great moments in. Then you can have these days where it's like moment after moment after moment after moment, and then your eyes become open to your power. When our eyes become open to our power, and we use it for good, we use it for love, use it for healing, we use it for restoration. Yeah. The kingdom of heaven can be returned into the earth. The kingdom of heaven can be returned unto earth as the kingdom of heaven is returned unto the heart of each and every one of us. I speak as the Sacred Mother. And I'm honored. Let's go ahead and play some music, y'all. Let's play some music. So thank you all for listening to this channeling and this transmission through the portal of the 1010, through the Sacred Mother portal. And I'm going to sing and finish this here drink I pulled out my mama refrigerator. She don't even know I got it. I just got it. I don't feel too bad. She got one more in there. So. The bell will chime, letting us know that this is the time. It is not a dress rehearsal. We are being called to make manifest God's glory now on earth. As the bell chimes, allow it to connect with your heart and your soul, allowing you to release and unfurl thy blessings, thy gifts upon the earth. It is time, it is time, it is not a dress rehearsal. We need you, we need you, we need you now. Come forth, unfold, release. Allow your truth and your light to shine and shine freely. There will be those who will stand and witness. Let them watch. It is their glory to make manifest and to see thy manifestation. It is their glory to see thy manifestation. Let them witness what it means to see a human become divine. The bell is chiming, the sound has come. It is time that we move as one, align, the truth is shining. And as you receive the sound of my voice as we bring this portal opening to its conclusion, I say to you again that I love you. I say to you again that you are important, born worthy, and we need you. As we move forward today, go with these blessings, go with these messages, go with yourself. You are enough. And we call back in the guardians of the gateways, the four corners. We call down the energies from on high and our anchorings to the earth to connect into the individual person as they move forward in their full radiance. This circle, we are connected by heart to heart, all who hear the sound of my voice. May we stay in relationship, right relationship with one another. I give thanks to you. If it touches your heart to make an offering to the Temple of the Risen Heart, I am the Temple of the Risen Heart. My heart has been on the altar, and it has been, I was allowed to live. So I thank you for your time and your energy. And until we meet again, I'll be back on tomorrow morning, and we'll do this again. Blessings, blessings, blessings to you. Oh, and I still have some spaces for readings. We'll have to schedule it, but if you'd like a reading for me, inbox me, let me know. Maybe we can work something out. So, blessings to you all. Peace.